Yo guys, InsaneGamer52 here, and today I'm going to show you the fastest way to exfil $30,000 for the Loot For Good event in DMZ. Alright, so every time someone exfils with at least $30,000 in DMZ, Activision will donate $1 towards the Call of Duty endowment, which helps place veterans in high quality jobs. Well, there are actually different strategies depending on if you go in solo or as a team. If you go in solo, then you want to play it a little safer, plus you don't need to worry about getting 30 grand for multiple people. The most consistent way to absolutely crank out money is by doing contracts. The contracts you want to focus on if you're solo are secure supplies and secure radioactive materials, since they are quick, easy, and very rewarding for a single player. Secure supplies contracts have you find 3 locked caches nearby, which should have $5,000 in them for a total of $15,000. At the time of recording, this contract is actually bugged and is only giving $10,000 cash, but it's still a decent way for a solo player to get money. For secure radioactive materials contracts, you will get $3,500 for completing the contract, plus each container will have a nuclear fuel rod worth $7,500 and a good chance to have at least $3,500 cash. This means that the bare minimum this contract will give is $18,500, but you are pretty likely to get 25 grand. Since you may have to travel a bit further to get a Geiger counter from the toolbox, this contract may take longer, but it's definitely the best bang for your buck for a solo player. The last contract I recommend for solo players is Destroy Supplies. This one is going to be a bit tougher since the bomb sites are usually protected by a decent amount of armored bots, but if you're a competent player, then you should be able to handle it. After you complete a Destroy Supplies contract, you will get $7,500, but the important thing is that it will reveal the 4 closest safes on your map. Breaking open these safes takes a minute and 15 seconds, but inside you are likely to find tons of cash and other valuable loot that you can sell. If you're playing on Ashika, then you can also open up most of the locked key locations for quick access to cash and valuables. All of the keys on Ashika except for the hotel employee fridge, the rusted fridge, and the waterways maintenance kit will give you a good amount of cash. I've made guides for the location of every key in DMZ, so if you don't know where one is, then feel free to check the playlist linked in the description below. Once you get $30,000, head to the nearest exfil. I suggest using a normal exfil location, since trying to exfil with a hostage rescue can be kind of tough while solo. Okay, now if you play as a group or end up assimilating and joining teams with someone, then not all of the previous strategies will work as well for getting everyone $30,000. You can still open locked key locations and do radioactive material contracts, but I would not recommend doing the secure supplies. Since these contracts only give money to the person who opens the locked cache, it won't be useful to do with a bigger group. The best contract is absolutely going to be Destroy Supplies, since 4 safes plus the cash for completing the contract will be huge for getting multiple people to 30 grand. Another good contract for groups is Eliminate HVTs. These will give you $6,500 per player and are the most consistently quick contract to do. You can chain a couple of these together really quickly, which can get everyone the money they need in a matter of minutes. Another thing you can try as a team is clearing strongholds. These have a chance to give you some quick cash from all the orange supply crates, but I wouldn't try to rely on them to get a full team to $30,000. Instead, I would just have a stronghold keycard on you and clear one if it's already on the way to one of the contracts that you're doing. The nice thing about being on a team is that you can end it with a hostage rescue, since you can have people protecting the hostage carrier, unlike when you're solo. They are awesome for getting you a safe exfil plus another $5,000 per person. This means that you really only need to get $25,000 per person before starting a hostage rescue, which is very nice if you end up having a big team. One thing to note is that the drifting supply bag gives you 3 masks worth $25,000 each, so you can get a team of 3 to 30 grand each by just doing that, then a hostage rescue. I stream DMZ with viewers almost every day here on YouTube, so if you want help with grinding through this event or even just want help with a tough mission, then feel free to hop in the stream chat and I'd be happy to help. If you found this guide helpful, let me know by dropping a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe for more in-depth guides in the future.